I know Christmas is, just under 4 months away. I'm not sure how many shopping days it is. If I had to guesstimate, what, like 115, 120, something like that. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But anyway, Christmas for y'all may be December 25th. But Christmas for real hardcore NFL fans like myself and other grown ass men, it's week 1 of the National Football League, baby. I think I first had this feeling of just this. There's always an excitement with week 1 in the NFL, but for some reason in 2019, it was something different. The Chiefs were at the Jaguars, and I kind of knew that, or maybe I just felt that we was going to have a big game. And that was the big Sammy Watkins. I think he had 3 touchdowns that game. We handled the Jaguars easily week 1. And, man, it's like opening 16 presents for week 1 of the National Football League as you got red zone going. And so, Scott Hansen, he'll be going crazy. Or Andrew Siciliano. By the way, Andrew Siciliano, way better at red zone than Scott Hansen. Hansen was cool. He's okay. Interested to see how that's gonna go with ESPN coming up. But I was an Andrew Siciliano guy when it came to red zone when I had DirecTV back in the day. But, man, you got the Red Zone channel going, and the noon games are just going nuts. They're going crazy because you really don't know what to expect week 1 out of at least half the teams in the league. You really don't know what they're about to do. Like the Titans this week. Cam Ward and them could go absolutely crazy in Denver because we don't even know how Cam Ward translates to the NFL yet. So it's just a new Christmas present that you get to open. You get to see new players and new weapons and on new teams. You get to see Micah Parsons wearing that brand new #1 Green Bay Packers jersey as they're playing at home against their division rival, the Detroit Lions, man. You get to see Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers going into the New York Jets where they got a new coaching staff. They got a new attitude where they dismiss Aaron Rodgers from the Jets for real. It was a bad breakup between them. Like New Orleans and Arizona. I'm even interested in that game because New Orleans could come out swinging. Because a lot of other people think that New Orleans is going to have the #1 pick next year in the draft. Who knows though? Week 1 just gives me not only an exciting feeling, but it's just a new energy. The fall does that to me. Period. And this is kind of one of my little secrets about me, about how I'm pro summer and spring for real. I love fall too. I really do. Fall is sneaking up on me. When it's all said and done, when I get older, fall may be my favorite time of the year. But it's just a new energy you get with the new season and week 1 in the National Football League. You just can't ever predict what's going to happen week 1, man. It's the most unpredictable week of the year by far in the league. Because all right, by 10, 11, week 12, somewhere around there, you pretty much know a team's identity. You know who they are. You know some of their money plays. You know where they're going to go to in the crunch time if they need some help, if they really need a play. Teams kind of have their identity by that point. Right now, a lot of teams don't. Some teams are discovering who they are in week 4, week 5, week 6. Some teams, I remember the Dolphins a few years ago. Man, they came out swinging, boy. As a matter of fact, I think they put a whooping to Baltimore. They scored I think they put 60-something on Baltimore. It was 60-something to 20-something. I can't remember. I remember them putting up a bunch of points. Tyreek Hill, he had an 80-yard bomb touchdown from Tua. And by the end of the season, the Dolphins' gas had ran out, though. So, okay, they're doing all this goofy stuff and they're scoring all these points at the beginning of the season, which is exciting and bringing a new energy and all of that. But then by the time things settle down, later on in the season, they're a completely different team and not the same, man. So and that's another thing about week 1 too with those Dolphins, and it's kind of the same conversation in that some teams pretend to be good. And what I mean by that is like, okay, you're playing well when the weather is good. But what about when that wind kicks in a little bit? What about when you got to go to Buffalo and throw against the winds and the snow up there? What about when you got to go to Green Bay? What about when you got to come to Kansas City when it's bitter cold? Because in that 2023 season, when the Dolphins came to Arrowhead, that was the wild card game when it was bitter cold? They got their ass whooped because they were not the same team. And a lot of teams come out swinging week 1, week 2, the first quarter of the season up to like week 4, week 5. And then a lot of teams have you figured out by the time the middle of the season comes or by the time the playoffs start. So, man, it's just week 1 is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get for the most part. So, man, there's another thing. There's also like surprisingly good teams, as I just discussed earlier. You know, maybe the Titans come out swinging or New Orleans come out swinging or whatever. We've seen it before. We've seen it happen with the Chiefs before, to be honest with you. Remember 2013, Andy Reid's first season. Chiefs started out, 9-0? And we faltered towards the end. I think we finished that season 11-5, got a first-round exit out of the playoffs against the Colts in one of the most devastating losses in Chiefs history. How are you up 28 points in the third quarter and lose? Anyway, but there are surprisingly bad teams too. Teams who you thought that this happens to the Cowboys a lot. The hype be up for the Cowboys. They come out week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. All of a sudden they're 1-3 or something, and the season is lost. So that goes along with the Christmas theme of week 1. You don't know what's in these boxes in these different games that we're opening up, and we're seeing, oh, okay, look, man, these are 2 good ass teams right here. I didn't know these teams were going to be good this year. It just adds to the excitement of week 1 of the NFL. But I will say, a word to the wise. Do not bet any money on week 1.
Come on now, dog.
That's not smart. That's not good money management. But I know you're going to do it anyway.
Come on, man.
So just do it. If you're going to do it, I encourage you not to do it for real. But if you're going to do it, though, make sure you do it low. And be wise. Like, don't go putting your savings. Don't go doing none of that, man. Just take your little $100 that you got from your side hustle, okay? That's fine. Take your little $10 or something that your auntie gave you, for your work anniversary or for your birthday or something, and put that towards a bet or something. But don't do nothing stupid, man. Especially week 1, you think you know what's about to happen and what's going on with these teams, but honestly, you really don't know, fam. So, but I'm going to have some good bets for you later on and be Shynin's bets. But of course, and I talked about this, a second ago, but the return of NFL Red Zone. Football for 10 hours straight is back on Sunday mornings. Yeah, from 12 p.m., 10 p.m., yeah. Football it's the most wonderful time of the year. I can't wait, man. It's time to sit back, eat snacks, healthy snacks for me, man. I can't go ham this year. I done lost, 50, 60 pounds from last year. I cannot go ham. I kind of went ham last year. We got to keep it in check this year, fellas. But it's time to enjoy ourselves on some after church. Enjoy your church first, and then enjoy your 10 hours straight of the National Football League.